Nintendo, I'm Ashley Jenkins.
I'm Ryan Haywood.
As Nintendo continues to hype the Switch in advance of its March launch, a nagging question remains. How are players going to talk to each other online?
That is a nagging question. It's a pretty significant one as well, considering one of the Switch's earliest games will be the team-based shooter Splatoon 2, which Nintendo hopes will be its family-friendly answer to games like Halo.
But for team-based games, it's pretty much a requirement that players be able to talk to each other. Not that the original Splatoon had that, but you'd think that the sequel would step it up a notch.
So, how is the Switch going to handle such communications? You might think that that's an issue that's been solved long ago, back when Xbox came out. Xbox One.
In the before time.
With party chat. Just throw a headset in there. Problem solved. Voice over IP. Hey, it's the internet. On to the next problem.
Yeah, well, Nintendo's never been one to go with the obvious or most reasonable solution, especially when it comes to things like the internet, you know, that fad.
Oh, yeah. And following in that tradition, the company's plan for the Switch is to handle all online voice communications through an app.
A smartphone app.
And it turns out it's gonna do a lot more than we thought.
Yeah, in an interview with GameSpot, Nintendo of America president Reggie said the app will do more than just facilitate online chat, although it will do that. Real selling point. It will also be the way players conduct matchmaking and create lobbies.
Also, when you say facilitate, that usually means to make easier instead of to make possible.
Facilitate, okay.
Yep, no, it says facilitate, make an action or process easy or easier, not possible. We also think it's a very elegant solution because if you've taken your Switch on the go, you've put yourself in a hotspot, you're looking at getting a quick match of Mario Kart in, to whip out some sort of bulky gamer headset is a bit of a challenge, Fizame said.
Huh, elegant. Well, I mean, that is a word. I don't know it's the word I'd use.
To facilitate this conversation, yes.
What if the Switch, say, starts hogging my cell phone data? What if I'm playing on the go? How am I going to be able to listen to both the game audio and the chat audio simultaneously? What if I'm a kid who doesn't have a smartphone? I'm going to be honest, it doesn't feel very elegant.
Also, I don't think he's ever seen a Bluetooth headset. Also, Fizame's comments raise another question. If the app handles most of your online interactions, will you be able to do anything without the app?
It's possible, just trying to leave this open here, that this is an on-the-go solution and that there will be a headset option when you're playing at home. So if so, we haven't heard anything about it. The Switch does have a headphone jack. We've seen that in the promos, which isn't really the same, but as to anything more we might get in the future, we're hearing crickets. But if you have to use the app all the time, honestly, you can see a lot of gamers being pretty turned off. I'm looking forward to the Switch, and even I'm a little bit like, what? Plus, the Switch is pretty gadget-heavy to begin with. It's got the detachable Joy-Cons. It'll take up both of my hands. Now I've got to deal with my phone, too. It's gonna be like this.
Yeah, it feels a little needlessly clunky, like Nintendo's creating solutions to problems that didn't really exist presently. I mean, sure, that was a problem maybe a decade ago, but now you just put it on the device and Bluetooth and you're done. Hell, the PS Vita even had matchmaking and voice chat capabilities. No phone required.
Look, so we have to go giving people benefit of the doubt somehow. Let's just give it a go. There are some potentially practical considerations for why Nintendo may be going this route, sort of. The Switch doesn't have its own mobile connection capabilities. It will rely on Wi-Fi to access the internet. Reggie's comments even said that. He said, like, you get on a hotspot, you're gonna play a game. So you do have to be on a Wi-Fi connection. So it's not really gonna chew through your phone data anyway, I guess. Making it self-contained by adding the tech to get itself online with, say, a 3G, 4G connection probably would have driven the price up, and then it would further affect the battery life of the console as well, which they obviously care a lot about since it is also a handheld. This would also allow you to chat with friends even when you're not playing. Potential consideration.
Are you using the device's shortcomings to explain its other shortcomings away?
I'm trying to figure out what they're thinking.
On the other hand, this still makes no damn sense what's the one time you really want voice chat?
Multiplayer.
Yes, that is the one time. The rest of the time, they can shut the hell up. And what do you need for multiplayer?
Online connection?
Yes, that is also very required. And what does voice chat need?
Online connection.
You're not really getting any kind of benefit from taking voice chat out of the platform, and now there's another piece of expensive tech you need to have to get the most out of the Switch.
Ryan, tell me how you really feel. Now, look, it is important to note that we're still fairly early in the communication process about the console. The Switch's paid online service doesn't even come out till late fall, so maybe it is possible that Nintendo will grace us with other chat options and that this was announced as an on-the-go sort of variety and just they didn't talk so good.
Off the cuff.
Yeah, and console developers have certainly walked back launch promises before, and often for the better. I mean, anyone remember how the Xbox One was going to be always online and you had to check in like every 24 hours or all those licenses would kind of get locked? They did back off that a little bit.
So maybe this app will be more elegant than we thought.
Possibly. Maybe it'll do a lot more. Maybe it's meant to be more of a community hub so that even when you're not playing, you can be communicating with your friends.
Really polishing that turd. Or maybe Nintendo will realize that it's a terrible idea and scrap it before March. We'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully not with the assistance facilitated by an app.
Well, with all that in mind, this next quote from Fils-Aimé from a separate interview is going to give you even more amusement. In an interview with Time, he revealed Nintendo's secret formula for business success. Ready for it? Make smart choices and get lucky. I mean, he was actually talking about the launch of the Wii in the interview, but he said it applies to the Switch too. He said, what we're working hard to do is to make smart choices with Nintendo Switch, and once again, be fortunate that the marketplace responds in a positive way.
Well, good luck with that app, Reggie.
Well, voice chat apps aside, the Switch did get a nice vote of confidence from a third-party developer. The head of Ubisoft's French studios told GamesIndustry.biz that he's confident that Nintendo can create a bridge between the worlds of mobile and TV.
Yes, Ubisoft is great at delivering on promises. In Gaming Today, said Ubisoft's Xavier Poix, there are basically two ways of playing. The high-end experience at home in front of the TV or on a smartphone. The interesting potential of the Switch, he said, is that there's actually a need for it that almost some people maybe didn't even realize.
And he went
that wasn't
from
an exact
French
quote, by
to
the way.
English really quick. I mean, American really quick. There is a promise of keeping the player in the world that he or she loves. The Switch can really change the way people are interacting with their games and the worlds we are creating, he said.
Ubisoft has a few games coming to the Switch this year. The extreme sports game Steep, plus Rayman and Just Dance.
And speaking of games coming to the Switch, quick update, EA is bringing FIFA to the new console as well as per their presence at the reveal. But that's all the Switch is getting for now, according to EA Vice President Patrick Sutherland.
This is our way of showing we're going to be there. We're supporting the platform. We are not announcing anything else yet. But you can expect us to be there once the platform launches and takes off, Sutherland said in an oddly inspiring interview with IGN.
Once the platform launches and takes off. You catch that part? It's a nice way of saying you better move some units before you even think about getting some Battlefields or some Mass Effects or any of our other babies.
Yeah, it kind of sounds like EA is saying that its support of Switch will kind of be dependent on how successful the platform is. Which makes sense, and it's in line with EA's previous bet hedging stance on Nintendo's new hardware, but it's hard to imagine EA saying the same thing about the newest Xbox or PlayStation.
Yeah, probably not.
Yeah, but then again, even Xbox One has sold 26 million units, which is double Wii U's numbers.
And while we're just a few weeks away from the launch of the Switch, remember, March 3rd, coming up quick. It is, sadly, time to officially say goodbye to its older, less attractive sibling.
Yes, Fils-Aimé confirmed that the new Zelda game, Breath of the Wild, will be Nintendo's last title for the Wii U. There won't be any new development for the Wii U, although he did say that online services won't be shutting down anytime soon.
Yeah, but what about the voice chat?
No.
Even so, it's pretty much a wrap for the Wii U.
You can use your Wii U to voice chat on the Switch.
Just take it with you. Even so, it's pretty much a wrap for the Wii U, so pour one out. We'll see you at the Crossroads Wii U. Miss you till we see ya.
What'd you think of the Switch's online chat functionality, or lack thereof? Did it facilitate your decision to buy one? Does an app seem like a good idea? What are we missing, and how this is the perfect solution? Let us know in the comments.
As a business, they're doing something. They have a reason for doing it. I just don't understand what it is.
My profound apologies to the French.
And for all your Switch news and future French apologies, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the Now.
Hold on, let me just start playing a game. I needed more things in my pocket to make this joke work, but
Is it going?
I think I'm there. Wait, I'm matchmaking now.